So it's come to this. The Soros-backed prosecutors have done such a bang-up job not prosecuting criminals that this happened. A video of an execution of a homeless guy. It happened in St. Louis, Missouri, and it happened in broad daylight. The shooter was not afraid. He had no worries whatsoever about getting caught. Nothing deterred him from doing it. All right, so I'll set this up. This guy sitting on the curb, unaware of what's going on behind him. Now, he probably knows that there's a black guy standing behind him, but he doesn't realize that this guy is his executioner. Now, there's no context as to why this white guy, the homeless guy, in broad daylight gets shot. But if he did do something, the whole scene is lacking in exigency for what the shooter's about to do. Now, the part that really is disturbing to me is that the shooter, you'll see, he spends an inordinate amount of time with the gun prior to the act because the gun's either jammed or he just doesn't know how to load it. Can't find a bullet, whatever, all right? And this guy, if he knew he was going to execute him, he had plenty of time to get away. Now, the video was filmed, obviously, by a guy inside the building who was looking out, okay? He didn't know what was going to happen.
No, he just put a magazine in it. He's still trying to load it.
Okay, the guy was arrested by police shortly after the incident happened, and they found him trying to hide inside a public library that was close by. So Monday's shooting comes several days after state-level officials in Missouri took formal steps to get rid of Kim Gardner, who is the absolutely, utterly worthless prosecutor of St. Louis City. Okay, she's the top one there. Folks, this is what happens when you let a George Soros, a multi-billionaire, control your elections in cities. He funded a lot of the woke prosecutors across the country who have to not do their job according to their job description. They rewrote their job description to do their job on the basis of what they call equity, which in their crazy minds means that, well, there are more black people in the criminal justice system, and therefore they think that the way to stop that and lower that number is not to get them to commit less crimes, but to stop prosecuting them. This is crazy. This is all leftist, woke, radical Marxist politics. There is nothing good about it. So is the reason why nobody did anything, could it be that because, number one, the shooter's crazy? I mean, think about it. In broad daylight, he executed a guy, right? And two, because he's a black guy. And in cities like St. Louis, with radical woke prosecutors like Kim Gardner, who went after the McCluskeys when they tried to defend their own property against a riot, you see, folks, the message that the Soros-funded prosecutors are sending is that you can't defend yourself anymore in America. In order for cops to be able to effectively do their job in time, they rely on the public to call when something happens, to act as witnesses to what they saw, even just on the street. Yeah, he went down that way. He was wearing a red shirt, and testify. They need them to testify against the criminals to put them away so that the rest of the community can be safer. But could it be that today, when people know that prosecutors are not going to prosecute violent criminals in many cases, like they used to, and if their name is on the witness list, will this criminal go after them? Folks, this is what woke Marxism is at play. So what we have here today is in many of these cities, we have people who say, you know what? The prosecutors are going after the good guys who are trying to defend themselves, and they're not doing jack against the bad guys who are harming everybody in the neighborhood, in the community. And this is exactly what George Soros wants. It's why he funded these types of prosecutors in their elections. So you got a lot of guys out there who are carrying, who would think to themselves, well, you know what? I'm not going to get involved. Because if the guy goes to shoot someone near me and I could pull my weapon legally and fire on him, is Kim Gardner going to go after me now? See, that's the atmosphere now. And Democrats, you did this. You created all this mess. You did it. You can't even critique Gardner because she's a black female. It's racist to point out that she allowed the city to go to shit with crime. This is why a lot of people are moving out of blue states, going to red states where people are free and they're safe. And they're leaving these blue jurisdictions thinking, you know what? Screw you. Go kill yourselves. Have at it. I'm out. I just feel sorry for the people who want to get out but can't. Those are the people that are mostly affected in these neighborhoods, these cities. All right, thanks very much for watching this video. And if you want to support this channel, visit rpwmedia.com, read all of our stories, spread the word. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.